Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're a professional translator, you already know the pressure is always on. So today we're going to dive into how you can start using AI, specifically tools like ChatGPT, not as some kind of replacement, but as a seriously powerful co-pilot that can make your work faster, smarter, and just plain better. All right, let's just get this on the table right away. What you do, it's an art form. It is so much more than just swapping words. You're dealing with culture, with context, with nuance, and that human expertise, that's exactly what makes you irreplaceable. It's the core of this whole conversation. So if the work is so nuanced and important, what's the big problem? Well, it's the reality of the job, right? You're in this constant tug of war, trying to deliver incredible quality while also dealing with demands for insane speed and huge volumes of text. I mean, does this list look a little too familiar? These are the things we deal with every single day. You've got those impossible deadlines, massive projects, clients who needed it yesterday, and on top of all that, you have the really tedious, meticulous work of proofreading and checking every single term. It's a grind, and it can absolutely lead to burnout. Okay, this is where we need to kind of flip the script. Instead of looking at AI as a threat, let's start reframing it as your co-pilot. Think of it as a tool that's specifically designed to do the heavy lifting, which then frees you up to focus on the things that only a human expert can do. And that brings us to the most important point, really. The winning formula here, the thing that's going to set you apart, isn't just using AI. And it's not just the human translator working all alone anymore. It's the smart, strategic combination of both. So let's break down what this partnership actually looks like. You hand off the mechanical, repetitive stuff to the AI, things like getting a fast first draft out, running grammar scans, checking for consistency. And that frees you, the human expert, to pour your energy into the high-value work, weaving in cultural nuance, ensuring the context is perfect, and giving that final, critical human approval. All right, let's get practical. How can you actually put this co-pilot to work? We're going to break down 4 key features that you can start using in your own workflow, like today. First up, generating that first draft. For those huge projects, the ones with thousands and thousands of words, this is a massive time saver. You're no longer starting from a blank page. Instead, you're starting with a solid foundation that you can then sculpt and perfect. But here's the secret sauce. You have to be super specific. A good prompt isn't just translate this. It's giving clear context, just like we see here, defining the audience, the tone, persuasive and concise, and even technical rules like preserving placeholders. The better your instructions, the better that first draft is going to be. Next, think of AI as your tireless second set of eyes. You know how it is. After you've been staring at a document for hours, it's so easy to miss little mistakes. Well, ChatGPT can scan for grammar, punctuation, and clarity issues in seconds, catching those little things your tired brain might just skip over. And again, notice the precision here. The prompt is asking it to keep the original meaning while also simplifying anything that's ambiguous. And this is crucial. It's telling the AI to preserve placeholders, which is a lifesaver for making sure you don't accidentally break any code in a website or an app translation. Now this is a real game changer for keeping clients happy. Every client has their own unique voice, their own style guide. You can use AI to instantly adapt your translation to match that voice, whether it's super formal and academic or friendly and modern. The trick is to feed it a little mini style guide right inside the prompt. By telling it the voice, the formality, even the maximum sentence length, you get a translation that sounds so much more natural and human-crafted, not like some rigid robotic text. For anyone working with technical, legal, or financial documents, you know that consistency is absolutely king. Using the wrong term just once can cause huge confusion, or worse, be a serious error. AI is brilliant at enforcing a glossary across a massive document. It never gets tired, and it never forgets a rule. Now, this is what I call a smart prompt. It's doing 2 things. First, it's providing the approved list of terms. But second, and this is the really clever part, it tells the AI to stop and ask you a question if it finds a problem. This keeps you in the driver's seat, making the final call on anything tricky. Okay, so we've got all these individual features. How do we stitch them together into a professional process that actually works? That's where a smart workflow comes in. It's the key to using AI safely and getting the best results. So here is what that can look like in practice. Notice the flow here. Steps 1 and 2 are all about speed and efficiency. Let the AI do the initial draft and the first proofread.
But then the human expert takes over. Step 3, the human review is absolutely non-negotiable. This is where you work your magic on idioms and cultural nuances. Then you polish for style before doing a final QA, probably in your favorite cat tool. It really is the best of both worlds.
Now, with all this power comes responsibility, right? To protect your professional integrity and, just as importantly, your clients, you need to have some clear guardrails in place. Let's call these the golden rules. First, and this is the big one, never deliver raw AI output. Your expert eye is what they're paying for. Second, protect client confidentiality. That means don't just paste sensitive documents into a public tool. Pro tip, working in smaller chunks gives you way more control. Also, remember to combine AI with your existing CAT tools for that extra layer of quality assurance. And finally, never stop learning. Your skill at writing great prompts is quickly becoming just as important as your skill with language itself. So, what does this all boil down to? The result is a real, tangible, professional edge. By intelligently bringing AI on board as your partner, you can deliver higher quality work, you can hit those tight deadlines, and you can spend more of your time and energy on the creative, nuanced parts of translation. The parts you actually love. This isn't about being replaced, it's about being augmented. The translators who master this new partnership are going to be the ones who lead the industry. So the real question for you is, how are you going to start working with your new co-pilot?